Aloha, beautiful high vibe tribe. It is Pink Bella. Aloha. I hope everybody is well. I already see Ruth in the chat. Good to see you, Ruth. So today is Stardate, October 5th, October 5th, 2025. And I'm going to give a live 3 Atlas mission update, as well as I just wanted to do a live galactic reading for us all for October, because I haven't had a chance to do that yet. Just check in. So let me know how you're all doing, if you can see and hear me okay. And the Galactic Akashic records are open. It's just a little bit delayed. I had technical issues as well as kitty issues. So, but I don't know if you all don't know, I have a Storsy kitty Sapphire. He always knows when I'm going to be on live or do a Zoom call. He is a busy little bee, but anyway, he's having a nap now. So how's everybody doing? Let me know how you are. Yay, fantastic. Thanks, Kay. So I think what I'll do is I'm going to pull some cards first and just ask in general. I'm going to kind of do part of our reading for the month, and then I'll do a pause, and then I'll come back. Okay, so what do we need to know? The Galactic Akashic records are open. What's our overview for the whole month of October? Getting my God bumps, so supposed to be here. That's good. Ooh, Venusian Galactic Council. I feel like this is going to come in with the Atlas transmission. And I'm going to do some deep dive, some questions around that as well. Sword of Light. By the way, everyone, if you have questions that you want me to ask the Atlas crew in upcoming, I'm going to be doing some upcoming videos this week, as well as a live with Typical Skeptic. And if I feel like I can't answer it today, I will answer it on in Rumble. Yeah, I can be a little bit more open in Rumble. Third card, Akashic Records. Okay. And okay, so I'm just going to ask. All right, they're just wanting me to mention the astrology for the month, key points, as well as the Schumann resonance solar flares. Okay, so first off, we are dealing with a lot of there was a whiteout on the Schumann resonance. If you'll follow the charts, I looked at it this morning. The big flashes of white light are the prime source crater or crystalline DNA upgrades. So we've been going through a lot of that in the last 24 to 48 hours. That can bring up all sorts of things, physical, mental, emotional. And by the way, this is all for entertainment purposes only as well. So it's all for entertainment purposes. But that is a representation of like the solar storms, the solar flares. So we did have a big blast of plasma light from the sun. So that might be a new piece of information for you all, that we are receiving our upgrades through the sun. And that's been going on for years. Like, I knew about that way back in 2011, 12. But what's happened is other groups don't really want us to expand our DNA. So they have been doing things to the weather, etc. Okay. So that's been going on. I saw there were some M-class flares earlier this week, but I just checked this morning. I didn't see anything new. So that's what's happening sort of with our DNA upgrades. That could be correlated to ascension symptoms. I've got multiple videos on, and you can go look up space weather and ascension symptoms. There's lots of people that post about that now. It does bring up like emotional things too. So it'll bring up like fed up, anger, crying. It wants to clear out our emotional and our physical bodies, as well as, headaches. There could be certain areas where you're getting aches and pains, and that's that light, that diamond light that's trying to push up and out the old carbon-based density. Is not fun sometimes, believe you me. Okay, is that all? Astrology points for the month. So thank goodness, September was crazy. Wasn't it crazy? Like, we were going through so many gateways. There were solar flares. There were intense weather everywhere around the planet. We finally got rain here. We hadn't had rain for like 3 months, and I live in a rainforest, so that just felt awkward and uncomfortable. What else is going on? So that was September, and we had the eclipse season early. And I feel like we had the eclipse season early. We all look at the astrology and the planets as if it is a destined orchestration, but I really noticed this year, eclipse season usually finishes in October. There's usually one in September, one in October, since I've been looking at eclipse seasons. Even when I went and did some research with some of my tools, that the tools were coming back saying, oh, you're in eclipse season. I was like, no, we're not. So everything was arranged this fall to have eclipse season be intense for 2 weeks and finish, so that we could participate with the Three-Eye Atlas transmissions and energy, as well as we have 2 comets. And that was one of the questions I asked them about the 2 comets as well. So we have unprecedented, amazing energy this month, and the eclipse season would just take away from that. That's that second thing. Astrology wise, we've got a full moon in Aries coming up in 2 days. Some of you might already be seeing it in the skies. I see it as well. I'm not so focused on the moon energy anymore, and I'm still getting the feeling. I'm going to do a whole other show. Maybe I'll look at that this week about what's going on with the moon still. But the moon energy, it can be nice and it cannot be nice. It's going to be in Aries. Let me just think about this. Okay, I'm just trying to think about the eclipse energy. So, but Aries is about fire. It's about intensity. And I did see that it was a super full moon. So some of you might be feeling energy around that. Then we have the 1010 portal on October 10th, which is a powerful manifestation date. Then we'll have a new moon. I didn't look at the date for that. There's not a lot of big astrology this month, which is great. There'll be like daily things. But the main key point is Pluto is going to be going direct in 1 degrees Aquarius. And the Pluto energy impacts all of us everywhere on the planet, but it specifically impacts the United States and Canada. And it's connected to transformation and shifts with both of those countries. So it's going to go direct right around the time that the sun heads into Scorpio. So like 3rd week in October. Okay. So there's a bunch of things. And one or two of the comets are also going to be very clear. One of the comets is called Lemmon and the other one is called Swan. So I'll talk about those as well. So that's basically our astrology. And of course, we're in Libra energy right now, but the sun's going to be moving into Scorpio energy, and Scorpio energy also can be intense. So we'll see. And when I'm doing my own readings, I keep pulling the card for Scorpio energy. So yeah, we'll see. I feel like the movie's just getting started, everyone. Again, I'll deep dive more on Rumble about that. So yeah, if you have any questions, if you watch this afterwards, please leave a comment below the videos. Let me know where you are on the planet. Let me know what things you'd like me to look into, including there might be something I can't look into here on YouTube, but I can look into on Rumble. Okay. All right. I might be doing a live on Rumble this week too. And if I do, it'll typical skeptic, and I will be live on Wednesday, and it'll be right after that on Wednesday. So what date is that? 8th of October. Okay, so let's get back to our reading now. So Venusian Galactic Council. Now, this is super interesting. Right now, Three-Eye Atlas is on a trajectory, a path where it's passing Mars, Venus, and Jupiter, and our sun. So the thing is that all the experts, even the scientists, are seeing that they've never seen this before, that something would actually coincide with the planets that go around the sun to be at the same time. So it's super interesting. So the Venetian Galactic Council as well is very much connected to the Divine Goddess Collective. So some of us know about the divine goddesses like Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene, who's that? Kuan Yin. Those are the key 3 that I will often work with. They had lifetimes here on Earth, but they also are galactic. They also work with Prime Source Crater, and they're connected to the planet Venus. So that's interesting. So that means more of the divine galactic goddess energy is also going to be coming through for us this month. So that's cool. It says, star being guides answer the call, time to shine. So that's what some of the plasma light is, the upgrades that we're experiencing this month. Oh yeah. Other thing, I'm looking at 2 keys for us today. Key number 777. So I might be doing some repeats, but that's just what I was given to see what we need to know about that. And the keyword aurora, because auroras are already being seen early. They started to be seen here in North America in September, which is unprecedented. So we'll talk a little bit about that, but they want me to look into the word aurora for us today. Sword of light, divine protection. Divine protection, cords cut, breakthrough energy. Hey, Gio. And aloha. I'll say hi to everyone in a bit. So continue to shield up, everyone. Continue to sage. Continue to, do your light work. We're not out of the woods or the forest yet, okay? So that's just, we are divinely protected, but we have to kind of do our thing down here on the planet. And I always notice it around my head, crown chakra, and the base of my neck. So there's that going on right now, okay? So we are divinely protected, but we have to call on our angels. We have to call on our teams. We have to call on assistance sometimes. So just know that you're not doing anything wrong. Even with the dragons, I work with dragons all the time. They're amazing. But even with them, sometimes I'll have to do like a, come in right now thing. So just know that, okay? Akashic records, we're going through a purging, clearing old stories. We're clearing timelines, past lives, so we can be free and sovereign. And so it is done. Yeah. Well, let me just say hi to everybody. Good to see you all. Thank you for popping into the live. I was like hanging with you. So aloha to my star sister Ruth in Nova Scotia. That's on the East Coast of Canada. Aloha, Arnold. Glad you can make it. And Arnold is in Europe. Nice to see you, my friend. And aloha, Kay. Thank you so much for joining today. Aloha, High Vibe 8899. Nice to see you as well. And also Geo777. Aloha, good to see you too. And you're also in Europe. So that's really cool. Some of you, I'm not sure where you are. Aloha, Cynthia from California. Good to see you. Aloha, Amber. Good to see you. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to continue on with our reading. Thanks, everybody. Let me just see, where do they want me to go to next? I'm gonna do like a mini version for us today because I'll be doing a bunch of readings. So I just want like an overview. Okay, they're saying numerology. All right, so while I'm shuffling everyone, I'll just do a little bit of housekeeping. So if any of this resonates with you today and you would like, I'm now offering digital PDFs. You can order a 3-eye atlas transmission and liaison messages, 1 or 2 questions. You also can order a deeper Galactic Akashic Record, Starseed Origin PDF, digital PDF. So those are on offer right now, as well as Zoom calls for either of those are also available. And my really other exciting news is I'm now on Substack. That's where my galactic transmissions are, the written ones. So those are free. And if you want to support my work a little bit more, there's a Galactic Founders member circle. You can join that. You receive different transmissions, private transmissions just for the group, as well as discounts on my sessions. And I'm offering mini readings right after this. I still have a couple of spaces available, so you can order that at the top of my website. There's a little bit of an energy exchange. That is my housekeeping. So let's get on with the show. Okay. So this is just going to be for the rest of October, all of October. Is anyone else confused by dates now? Like you wake up and you think, oh, it's Saturday or it's Friday, or I woke up thinking we were already at the end of October. Can you all believe like how fast this year is cruising along? Like we're already in October. I even saw somebody posting about Christmas already. Usually that would bother me, but to me, Christmas is very much for me, it's about joy now. I don't know. I got through all the media about it, and now I just feel like it's like I can't wait for December because I know we're going to be through a lot of this. Like there's always such a pause, right? As soon as the American Thanksgiving and we head into the holidays, it's just different. Yeah. Okay. So our number today, 11, individuality, sovereignty. And for those of you who don't know, and this is about joy too, this is our joy chakra, our sacral chakra. There are still groups that do not like us being in joy and do not like us being sovereign. So we talk about sovereignty, we claim our sovereignty, but that can stir up a whole bunch of destabilization for us to clear, for us to heal, as well as there are just forces that don't want us to be in joy. So just keep doing the best you can and just keep doing your work, okay? But it's not as simple as if we say our sovereignty, we're protected. Still got to do our light shield, still have to do our clearing. It's frustrating as all get out, but we're just being told to keep moving forward. If you didn't watch the last update, where was that? It could have been one of the mainstream transmissions. That's the other thing. I'm going to be doing more of those because they're shorter and I can kind of combine all my space geeky stuff with the transmission from Atlas. So that's cool. So there is, the good news is the Dark Alliance doesn't actually have control over the grids anymore. However, they are still being irritating. As best they can. So there you go. They're not quite done yet. Yeah, they haven't completely surrendered. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Arnold. Thank you, Arnold. That's a great question. Um, that's a great question. And update on progress towards 5D. Yeah, I think maybe some of the questions I covered today, but if I didn't, and I'm running out of time because I'm going to be doing readings after that, I will write that down. Okay. And if you watch this after the fact, you're very annoying. Yes, they are. um, if you all see this video after the fact, either email me what you would like me to look into if you're shy and you don't want to do anything on YouTube, or just comment below. Okay. Yes. All right. Let's move on to the next level. Okay, I'm going to pull, so our number is 11. I'm going to pull a crystal and a dragon, and then I'll get into some questions. Calcite, that's super interesting because I grabbed a green calcite this morning, and like sometimes I'll create little grids for all of you, and I'll create one for me, and sometimes it's just writing something on a piece of paper and putting a crystal, and I actually put calcite on it. So calcite is really, really good for our nervous system. Our nervous system, holy moly, it is more complicated than we even thought, everybody. It is an activation point that kind of blocks us from activating our full abilities in DNA. So I just cleared out something this morning, and it's because of that wellness checklist that I have that I did my own scan. But anyway, calcite is really soothing to our nervous system. You can actually make calcite water. So there are only so many crystals that you can put physically in water. The recommendation is, and you can go check this out, is clear quartz or amethyst. Those are fantastic. And calcite. I actually went to a spa a million years ago and they had calcite water. So it's very good at staying calm and helping your nervous system. Okay. And this literally says number 8, calcite calmness, all chakras, comes in all colors. So there's like orange, white, blue, green. Yeah, it comes in a lot of colors, and it's not that expensive at all. So that is our crystal message. And I'll just pull I'm going to pull a dragon, a chakra message for us, and one other message. Okay. Golden solar dragon. The golden dragons, I've been working with them a lot. Helps us to stand in our power with wisdom. It's also, this dragon helps to assist with our DNA activations and being programmed on with the light codes to help us step into our power. So this particular dragon collective is trying to assist us all with our ascension upgrades. Okay. All right. Let's go to chakra message for all of us. I'm looking at the 12 chakra system. Heart chakra. And this, what is this? The word says embrace. For unifying divine feminine, divine masculine, but healing Archangel Raphael, healing our heart chakra. And if you like to work with the archangels, that is fine. I would just suggest making sure that you connect with Prime Source or the Divine Mother first, and then asking for the versions of the archangels that work with that energy, just to make sure that you're working with the right energy. That's all. Yeah, that's how I started. I started working with the archangels first. All right, which one? Starseed. Okay. You're welcome, Arnold. I'll talk a little bit about that in a minute. One more message. All paths lead to home. All right. So inner authority, intuition, turn your gaze within. So we're still being guided to go within. Absolutely. That's how I did the big clearing this morning. I just did a scan for myself on the wellness checklist, which, by the way, that is with everything that I offer you all from a session or a distance session perspective. I scan. It's now up to 85. I have an 85 codex wellness keys to scan, and some of it is connected to interference, whether it's on planet, off planet. It kind of helps me narrow it down because I used to be a programmer, so I needed to come up with something that was easy. Yeah. So, oh, you're very, very welcome. Arnold and I we were messaging each other a little bit, and he's actually in Germany at the moment, and I have family lineage from there, and I had traveled there. So I had heard that there is something unfolding with the grids in Germany anyway. So when he messaged me and let me know kind of how heavy the energy is, I set up a little bit of a grid on the weekend. So you're more than welcome. Yeah. Some of us are traveling and doing grid work, and we're not even aware that we're doing it. And how can we do that? So if you're walking, cycling, driving, you can set the intention to anchor in divine light codes wherever you're going, just to raise the vibration. What I do now is I set the intention to anchor and joy codes with the dragons, so that you can also do that as well. Yeah. Okay. Let's move into, I think that'll be our wrap up for October. We're just going to leave it short today. Oh, okay. Just going to briefly, 14, 27, 49. Am I going to remember that? I better write that down. I haven't figured out how to do split screen on my tablet yet. Okay. So the wellness keys are up to 85, I said. So I just asked my higher self and source what keys I should bring forward today and just talk about them just briefly so you have an idea. This might be something if I scan for a session, okay? So let's go. And I don't even know what the numbers are. That's why I have them all written down. 14 could be airborne allergies, again, for entertainment purposes only. Airborne allergies could be related to various particles in the air wherever you are. So if you've got allergies early, that could be what's going on for you. That's number 14. Number 27. Clear. This will be from the detox from the plasma light coming in. Emotional healing and clearing. Grief, sadness, anger, irritability, lonely, fed up, abandonment. So that's going on as well. And then we have number 49. Oh, interesting. So water access interference, personal and ancestral. So that is common. You can go back and look at my water videos as well. And I did a deeper dive on Rumble. There's been a lot of interference with our water in general. That's why I'm doing the grid work piece with the lovely goddesses. We're working on with the other teams, including the dragons, to ensure that the water systems are flowing properly again. So yeah, it's been fun and interesting, but it's been intense as well, because the first piece that we just did, we started here in the Pacific Northwest in Vancouver, and because I grew up here and I had the grids within me, I went through a detox after our session. Like it was surprising to me. So I'm hearing overall, well, you all know wherever you are, if you feel comfortable drinking the tap water, or whatever water you're drinking, and what they're suggesting, bless your water, set intentions around your water. If you can, drink it with a clear quartz or an amethyst. That will really help raise your vibration right now as well. And I started drinking it before we did the grid work assignment, and honestly, I drink it every single day now. I just love it. So, okay. Let me just see, go back to the questions so I don't get sidetracked, because that always happens. Let me just see. Aloha and love, welcome. Yeah, welcome everybody if I missed you. Okay. So some of the questions so I think what I'll do is I'll do the same format I did last time. So some of the questions, and I actually did this on Rumble. I asked the 3i Atlas team a question. They gave me a transmission, but I'm going to pull some cards from the Galactic records first. Oh, I forgot. I'm going to, yeah. So whatever water you drink is fine, Amber, right? Yeah, exactly. I remember I traveled in California years ago, and there was already bottled water, same within Europe. So it's okay. We can drink from our taps here, and that's unusual, but it is. And I didn't for years, but our water here is actually very high quality, which is a blessing. Okay, so whatever water you do use, I would still suggest, if you're going to put it like in a mason jar or some type of glass, put in a piece of amethyst or plain quartz, set your intentions, and just continue to drink from there. You're going to notice a difference, honestly. Now I've got my mason jar of crystal water, which is over there right now. I just love it. I drink it all the time, and it's really, really good. It keeps your vibration high, as well as calm, as well as your nervous system as well. So yeah, I'd say the water in a lot of places on the planet is not good, for sure. Oh, that's good. Yeah. Okay. So my first question to 3i Atlas. So and this is really convenient, so I'll probably deep dive about this on Rumble this week. Just as 3i Atlas was cruising to get super close to Mars, sorry, all of our systems are down. So NASA shut their systems down. There are rovers on Mars from other countries as well as NASA. There are other countries that are also taking images. So the thing right now is as 3i Atlas is cruising at, they said it's going like 60,000 kilometers every, I don't know, 10 seconds or something. Like it's just barreling. What's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, it's planned. That's what all the scientists are saying. It has to be planned. That's why everyone's questioning everything and everyone's arguing, because it chose to go by the planets as they completely circled around and are together, as they come around the sun, right? So that was obviously a logistic scenario. So what happened when it went by Mars is no cameras. So we don't really have a lot of images right now. And the whole thing is there's a story coming out now saying, oh no, it's not, it's gone. Yeah, it's interesting. It's almost, and then there are other stories saying we're not actually going to see images of it till December. So we'll have to wait and see. But anyway, what I find interesting is apparently as it went by Mars, there was like an aurora. There was a plasma flash. So it's all kind of hearsay right now. So that's what I asked. I was asking because they're doing plasma sweeps right now, which means they're sending out another level of plasma that's different from what's coming from the galactic center as well as the sun. So we'll be learning all about plasma. So many people talk about it as well. So plasma bursts were seen on Mars as well as like from 3i Atlas. Okay, so I was asking, what was I asking? Is the 3i Atlas presence going by Mars increasing the plasma energy and the auroras on Mars? The other message that came in the last transmission, everyone, is we're going to be receiving a lot more information about Mars this month. There's going to be a lot more data being released to the public, as well as that many of us know, like a lot of us in this community know, but a lot of the regular folks don't know. So Mars is going to be a big focus now. Okay, so the Galactic Akashic Records. What do we need to know about this? Yes, I just forgot. I got the Queen of Wands. And Wands is about fire and moving fast. And yes, we have the Empress. So wow. And the Hermit. So we have two major arcana. So right off the bat, just from the records, I'm just hearing that there is, like, Mars is so connected to all of us, that it is an empowerment planet, that it is connected to our solar plexus and our sovereignty, that whatever it was being used for before is 3i Atlas is helping it like transform. It's helping it transform the grids. Here's that Empress energy, which is divine feminine goddess energy. So it is to help rebalance that energy. So I think when I looked at Mars before, like a long time ago, there were planets that the Dark Alliance was using, like Mars and the Moon and Saturn. And then, the White Alliance was the Sun and Jupiter and Venus. So they're recalibrating the grids. This is from Atlas, they're sharing with me. They're recalibrating the grids to be more balanced to help us. And then we have the Hermit, which are the galactic councils and prime source creator councils are overseeing the entire mission. Cool. All right, let's see what they had to say. Okay, they're not creating. They have a sense of humor. And I do have a liaison, everyone, and that liaison and I are working on bringing in like a book as well. So I'm super excited about that. That started to come in on the weekend too. So they're not creating plasma for nothing. They're not forcing auroras because our solar system is already alive with charged particles. What they're doing is they're guiding, tuning the existing plasma highways to be more like a harmonic coherence. They also shared with me on the weekend so that it will be easier for humanity to travel these plasma highways for space travel and for travel to Mars. Interesting, right? So I think, yeah, they gave me a lot of information, but I think that is the gist of it. So right now their plasma ways are to help facilitate the plasma highways from here to Mars, which is super cool. Okay, before I continue with that, I forgot about the numbers. What do we need to know about the sequence 777? Because apparently we're all going to be seeing that a lot. So what do we need to know about that today? Page of Wands. The Fool. Three of Swords. I'll do clarity card about that. All right. You might, some of you might be like planting seeds, manifesting, and nothing, you haven't seen anything yet. But if you see the sign 777, that is a message from the universe, from your higher self to keep going, that you've been heard. Okay. And then this is the zero reset, the new timeline and the new beginning. So literally you're trying to jump into a new timeline and create it. So every time I see 777, I get all lit up. I know that, Gia, that's your handle as well. So just know that when you see it, it is a very positive message from the universe. It is a new beginning. And this, I always equate this message to Prime Source Creator like, yeah, you're ready to move into your next timeline once you've done your healing and your clearing. And then Three of Swords is, I want to do clarity about that. That's our clearing out any heartache and grief. So some of you might be going through that. You might be going through a detox right now based on you've been trying to get to this and you haven't been able to get there. And Hierophant. Some of the wounding is, what you're releasing is the matrix. You're releasing, you're not being blocked. The matrix grid systems, the matrix programs are trying to keep you stalled. Yeah. Okay. So just trust and have faith in the 777. And when we see a number sequence that we really resonate with, just stop in that moment and just say thank you. Grateful universe. Yes. I know what's coming. All right. Okay. And what was the key word? Aurora, like Aurora Borealis, because they seem to be everywhere. Arnold and Geo, you're in Europe. Have there been auroras sighted in Europe? Because I know oftentimes I just get what's happening here in North America. So let me know in the comments. What do we need to know about the word aurora? 10 of Pentacles. And there are 11 people on right now. Welcome, everyone. There is the Knight of Pentacles. Oh, cool. And we got the Queen of Wands again. All right. So this individual is male or female. Very powerful, manifestor, trusts and have faith. And of course, we believe in spirit guides like kitty cats, Starcy kitties. That's right. Okay. So the aurora activity is actually showing us that the plasma sweeps are happening, and it's connected to our abundance. It's connected to that new beginning for humanity. And of course, this is the 10, and we're in the 10th month. So they did start early here. Again, Knight of Pentacles is the moving abundance, prosperity, and the resources back to humanity and allowing us to be sovereign and empowered. Okay. All right. Oh, interesting. Okay. I'm going to come to both of you. Thank you. So Arnold's in Germany. In Germany, I didn't, but in Lithuania, yes. Wow. Okay. That's super cool. That's good to know. Glad we're all sharing. I saw Aurora written somewhere earlier, but nothing here. Okay, Gio, thanks for letting me know. And I have, for me to see them, would have to go away from where it's all lit. But a lot of people post them. But I am part of some Aurora Borealis groups that are on the prairies, like Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, and Canada, as well as up in Alaska. So they started to post early, and I love those images. They just make me so happy because it really is like amplifying this green heart chakra energy for all of us. So when you see the word aurora, or you see any images of it, save one on your phone. Thank the universe, because that really is part of the plasma light that's helping to heal us as well. Hello, Ireland. Speaking of the green emerald energy, welcome, Ursula. Good to see you. Yes. Okay. So we did the numbers. We did the aurora word. Okay. So my next question is about the route of Three-Eye Atlas. Just zipping along, happened to be by Mars, Venus, Jupiter, and then they're going to be by our sun. That's a little convenient. And I've been watching different videos. So I've been watching videos from scientists, and they're all scratching their heads going, never seen anything like this. Because it was originally labeled a comet. Some people are still saying an interstellar comet. It's not acting like a comet. It slows down, it speeds up, it navigates so I always got that it was a ship. So that's pretty cool. Okay. whatever resonates with you, right? Okay, so my question is, are the corridors like the planetary highways only for Mars, or are they going to be upgrading Venus and Jupiter too? And do the sweeps also help the planetary grid system? So we have, myself, I've only been really talking about the grid systems for a couple of years. I was doing grid work before, didn't even know anybody else was doing it. I just saw another individual, Dr. Samuel, can't remember his last name. He just did a huge 1200 light worker grid assignment in Kauai, which is amazing. And I love that because we're all overlapping. We just did a big piece for Hawaii as well. So many of us are talking about planetary grid work now, but there are grids for all the planets. So do the sweeps help those planet systems as well to align with auroras and to help the information flow smoother? Hold on. I'm getting what fell out was the Four of Cups. I'm getting that there is, there's these plasma planetary highways that need to be repaired between ourselves and these other planets. They've been disconnected due to the galactic wars. Oh, hi. Hi, Gypsy. Hi, welcome. So I'm doing a Galactic Akashic Record reading on just for some questions right now for 3i Atlas, which is our third interplanetary stellar object that we've ever had since they've been keeping track of objects. I did an update for the whole month of October earlier, so you can always go back and watch the replay. But yeah, I'm just tapped in with Source. I've got a liaison with the 3i Atlas energy. I started actually transmitting information from comets a couple of years ago because they're planetary energy. I connect with the planets too, right? So it all started with me working with the Galactic Council. So 3i Atlas is the third interstellar object. It's not from our galaxy or universe. So it has a lot it wants to share. So I'm just one of the individuals that it's choosing to bring in answers with as well. And it took me a while to get used to it, everyone. I wasn't too sure. So pay attention, everyone, to your dreams, because what I noticed when I tapped in with that comet 2 years ago, suddenly I was getting all these downloads and amazing dreams. So I did tap in with 3i Atlas on Saturday morning, as well as the Comet Lemmon, as well as the Comets SWAN, and I got different information. I documented it all, and I'll let you all know when I'm going to bring that information in, okay? But it was all different information. All right, let's just check into this planetary tuning with Mars, Venus, and Jupiter. And then I'll read what they shared. Ace of Pentacles, that's a yes. And by the way, that's also a yes. So everything we just asked is a yes. I'm hearing they're repairing the grid systems that were dismantled through the galactic wars. 10 of Swords, yep. So it was connected to the disabling of those grid systems was connected to the Dark Alliance being able to come in and interfere with our sovereignty, with our abundance, with our manifestations. Page of Cups, they're still at early stages, and it's also, can see the water, it's also connected to the water systems. Okay, I just so cups are also connected to weeks. I just wrote this all down. So cups are connected to weeks, so within the next few weeks everything will be repaired, and swords are connected to days. So yeah, so they're saying that all that travel, like with Mars, Venus, Jupiter, will be completed within days. They're fast and speedy. Okay, what did my liaison say about this? Our route, however, wherever you are on the planet, it's like tomato. It's intentional. Mars, Venus, and Jupiter are anchor points in the heliospheric network. They're threading, they're aligning. So the plasma suits right now are not overwhelming. They're like tuning. It's like tuning. They're saying tuning an instrument, tuning a piano. So that's why they're there right now. They're saying you'll see extra auroras right now, electromagnetic flickers, or anomaly readings on Mars during our passageways. Well, we would if we actually had proper footage. Super interesting, hey? Similar patterns will emerge for Venus and Jupiter. All right. I love that. I love that. I'll pause for a minute. Body intensity when I saw something unrelated about the volcano in Hawaii. I wonder if it was when the grid work is happening with that guy. Yeah, I just got my God bumps, Gypsy. So yeah. So I talked about the grid work for Hawaii maybe, I don't know, 3 or 4 videos ago, because I've been doing grid work with groups online, and we have done big pieces for, I'm on the Pacific coast outside of Vancouver. So we have done pieces to unify the mainland and the islands again. We also did a piece with Goddess Pele where we unified all the islands because they had been disconnected, kind of what like Atlas is helping with the planets. So I don't even know why. Okay, I think his last name is Blend or Bend. So my guides just brought him to me. So he posts like some very interesting information. So yeah, the 1,200 grid workers, I've never heard of such a thing. I'm not even sure if they were all there physically or if he did it online. I'm not sure. I'd have to go do research to it. So the fact that they were called to go to Kauai to do that, Kauai, besides the big island, has the biggest vibration out of all the islands. So that's super interesting. We just did a big piece for Maui, our last thing, because Maui still had a lot of grief from Lahaina, as well as Oahu. We did a piece for Oahu as well. Let me just see. And I think, did you say you're in Calgary? Yes, you're in Calgary. Okay. So the piece that we just did and what he just did, so we did our piece like 2 weeks ago. That is clearing up the grids and the water grids through the Pacific, all across Canada, all across the US, and then to the Atlantic. So that, yeah. And I like what's interesting about this. So in the spring, we did a piece for Niagara Falls. Suddenly out of the blue, 2 weeks later, there was a whole group there doing grid work at Niagara Falls. So like we're all being guided to do these pieces, these puzzle pieces, but we're actually facilitating and assisting each other, which I love. Okay. I have family. The reason I asked Gypsy is 717 is because I have family there. I'm so excited. So I'm glad. Welcome. Welcome from Calgary. Okay. Let's talk about the comets. So we have a Comet Lemmon. Oh, yeah. And that's where my family is. My family's in Northern Alberta. Yeah. Okay. So we have 2 comets. So one right now, Comet SWAN, is in the southern hemisphere, but by the time we get to the 3rd week when Pluto goes direct, it's going to be in the northern hemisphere. It has not been in our galaxy for close to 25,000 years. The Lemmon comet has been, the last time it was here was 1,000 years. It is in the northern hemisphere right now. So I did look at that. Oh, I didn't pull any cards though, but I did. My question to them was, is this just convenience that you're all here doing work and we got 2 comets cruising around? Because my feeling, like some information that's been coming out about comets is they're not what we think. Some scientists believe that they brought water to our planet when we needed it. So that's super interesting to me. I also see like comets kind of doing grid work, like especially if they're close to the planet, they're like going over the grids and they're doing different things. I did get 2 different messages for Lemmon and for Swan. Can't remember. I'll have to look at my notes. I'll come back to you about it. But my question was, are they part of the 3i Atlas team? Like, did they come in and were they activated to do things on behalf of the 3i Atlas mission? Okay. Let's just see what we can get from the Galactic Akashic Records. We have the moon. Wow. And I'm getting some heaviness in my chest, everyone, and a little bit of nausea. So they're working on the grids here. 2 of Cups. Those are my physical symptoms for cleaning up the Dark Alliance. 2 of Wands. Wow. Okay. So the comments, well, okay, so the mission between all 3 of them has kind of been hidden until I asked the question. And I haven't read their notes. I'll do a clarity card about this because I want to know if it actually has something physically to do with the moon and the full moon tomorrow. 2 of Cups. Yes, it's like they're 2 different teams bringing balance to both of the missions. And the 2 of Wands. Yeah, they're both from, see, like he's holding like a globe. They're both on different missions, but they came in to balance and assist each other. Wow. I just want to do a clarity card about the moon. Is this physically the moon? Or is it like the information is just being hidden right now? The Chariot. No, it's connected to the moon. It's connected to the actual moon. They're also reconfiguring the sequences. So we'll have to see this full moon in a couple days, how we all feel with that, and then how we're going to feel with the full moon in November. Yeah, because I'm getting my nausea about the full moon, so that's not too much fun. Okay, I was going to pull a card both on Lemon and Swan. They're saying not to do that right now because there's going to be more information. So that's just what we'll cover right now. The universe. So did the universe send us Comets Lemon and Swan? Are they part of your mission? Are they cosmic allies? Okay, I love their answer. They are not ships, but they are resonant allies. So from Three Eye Atlas perspective, they consider themselves a ship that cloaks in and out, that has its own energy source and plasma, all of that. This is why I love Star Trek so much. You can go and watch any episode of Star Trek. You're going to get some information. So each comet carries plasma, dust, icy charge, and harmonics from outer regions. That's why we can connect in with them and get messages. So remember the Lemon, 1,000 years ago. Swan, almost 25,000 years ago. So that's huge. Since I've been looking at comets, Swan right now has it's been the one that has the most information except for Three Eye Atlas. Okay. So when they pass through inner solar zones, their tails seed electromagnetic trails and harmonic signatures. We coordinate our corridor alignment so their energetic trails can be woven into the plasma network. Their presence now is not random. It's part of a larger timing. It's part of divine timing. In effect, Lemon and Swan are messengers, helping us to bring extra coherence, plasma seedings, harmonic input into the system while we work on the corridors. Wow. Wow. Okay. Let me just see if there's anything else I had. Yeah, I think that's it because I already talked about the Schumann and everything. I'm going to come back to all your questions as well. And because I'm going to shuffle the cards and just ask if they have anything else they want to share with us today. So again, if any of you want your own personal Three Eye Atlas transmission, you can order a digital PDF right now or a Zoom call. You can go deeper with the Galactic Akashic Records Starseed Origins, all about your mission. You can order a digital PDF for that, as well as a Zoom call. Join my Substack, where I'm doing my digital transmissions there as well, and mini readings right after this. Okay, well, everyone who booked mini readings, I apologize for the delay. Okay, so let me just see. What else do we need to know? Yeah, and then they've got a little final message for all of us. What else do we need to know right now? I get God bumps every time I check in with Three Eye Atlas. Honestly, everyone, I had to peel everything away since the Lionsgate, since August. I had to start bringing Prime Source back, bringing my higher self back, bringing the different teams back. I was still a little leery about what they were up to, but I did receive from Prime Source, no, they're here to overlap what's been delayed for us. So they are on mission on behalf of Prime Source to help us all. Okay, let's just ask for one more message from the Galactic Akashic Records and Three Eye Atlas to wrap this up today. King of Swords, that's one of my Atlas messages, one of my Atlas cards, and I'll look at your questions, everyone. Queen of Swords, whoa. What was swords again? Weeks and autumn. And then Five of Pentacles. So they're telling me to go the other way around. So Five of Pentacles, like when we first look at this message, it's about keeping humanity locked in the matrix. Poverty consciousness, lack of being able to manifest. Some people do really well, some don't, right? It's a cycle energy, but yeah. So they're saying, so this is Three Eye Atlas. They're kicking butt. And they're here. No one's going to stop them during their mission. Oh, right. Okay. And then we've also got these are the comets. The comets are doing the same thing, but they're doing it closer to Earth as well. Okay. I love that. I did have a question. Now, what was it? Oh, it just slipped my mind again. Is it in my notes? Hold on. Oh, it was on the other ones. I asked about them being in communication with Earth. So go back. It was either the last little mini update or the one before that on YouTube. I think it was the last one where they talked about being in communication with Earth. Okay, so those updates don't have any cards, but it's cool because they're short. Okay, so that's Three Atlas. They're kicking butt, and that's the fall. They were here in the fall to clear everything. The other thing is they asked myself and my group to complete the grid work, the water grid work before November. So that's what we're doing. It's to help humanity move out of the poverty consciousness and the lack matrix. And the comets are working closer to Earth. working with the grids with Earth. I see that now. I still see what the comets are up to. Okay, let me just see. Yes, absolutely. Balancing within, absolutely. Okay, I had a dream 1 month ago. I saw War in the Moon, robots, humanoids with blood. And I'm pretty not sure, but they looked at did nothing to me. They just watched. Yeah, you probably were watching it on a different timeline because I feel the moon has been cleaned up now. I'm not 100% positive, but I do know that that has gone on the moon and Mars as well. So hopefully you were just being shown like a galactic memory. And yeah, hopefully that's over. Yeah. I would jump back to Earth as well. All right, beautiful soul tribe. Thank you also so much. If any of you want to come to the live readings, you can. Everyone can come and hang out. I've got, I think, how many people do I have booked? I think I have 5 people booked. There's still a couple more spots if anybody wants to book a mini reading today. Other than that, love and aloha. Have a beautiful October. Thank you, and I'll be back soon. Yeah, leave your questions below in the description as well, and I will come back to those this week, okay? All right, have a great October, everyone. I'll see you soon. Aloha. Take care. Bye.